Hello my crafty friends, I'm going to have to make this video super duperly fast. Sorry you guys have not seen me in the computer or in YouTube. A few of the ladies know and some of you guys don't. My husband got sick last Monday and we ended up having to take him to the emergency room on Tuesday. We don't really know what's going on. The only thing the doctor said that they noticed that his blood pressure was a little on the high side and that his sugar was really high. And they didn't do any MRIs or CT scans. All they did was the blood pressure, the labs, and chest x-ray, and I think that was about it. So, and I think they checked his urine too. But anyway, we're not really sure what's going on. He almost passed out on me Monday. He's the type, he don't like to go to the doctor, so you have to argue with him. And finally on Tuesday, after I talked to him about the symptoms he was having, because his dad has a history of stroke and heart attack, so it had me very worried, very, very worried. I mean, you don't want to lose your husband to something, an illness, and, you know, the older you get, not every woman and not every couple ends up getting to grow old together, and that's been one of my biggest fears, is that I end up being alone, you know, and I hope and pray that that never happens. Well, anyway, Thursday morning, my mother ended up in the hospital, and she had a mild heart attack, and they did some tests on her, and she's had a blockage, and the next day she had to have a cath. So she's home from the hospital now, but we're a little concerned. There's still some little problems going on, and we're not sure what we want to do about it. We did call her doctor this morning and talk to her doctor, and my sister's staying with her right this second, but I got to go back over there tonight to, I had to go pick her medicines this morning, too, at the pharmacy, and it's just been hectic, run. But anyway, my sister's got to take a flight out tonight, and she's going to Wyoming. So, last week she was in, Wisconsin, I think. No, she was in Wyoming last week. She's going to Wisconsin tonight. And she's got to be at work and can't take off of work. She's got a really strict job. So, and she already had, had to be out because of my niece. Well, my niece, I found out, when I was talking to my sister, that my niece had to take the baby to the doctors. You know, we've been telling you about he's crying and having colic. Well, my niece has carried the baby 2 times now to the doctors, and they changed his milk at first, and then finally my niece last week took him to the doctors and said, look, he's just crying and crying, won't stop crying. I don't know what his problem is. I pick him up, he cries. I try to, pat his tail, he cries, and, the moving. Well, doctor noticed a little knot on his collarbone. So they decided to do an x-ray, and I want you to know, during the birthing of my little nephew, he broke his collarbone. Her water she had a whole lot of fluid, so when her water broke, it was such a loud gush. My sister said it was so forceful that it was almost like she spit him out. And, but his little shoulder blade got hung, so the doctor had to use the forceps to pull him out. And we don't know if because he was on steroids, or because my niece was on steroids, that maybe the steroids might have, caused a little brittle bone. We're not really sure, but anyway, it broke his little collarbone, so that's why he's been crying. So little prayers need to be said for him. He's right pitiful. But now that they know that it's, that he had a broken collarbone, they couldn't repair it, though, because it was already trying to heal up. So, they know now, they're going to have to be careful how they hold him until, he gets better. Well, Friday, I got a little project share, and Friday, before my mom had her cath, there was a yard sale, and I was like, yard sale, oh God, I really need to get out. Just get some fresh air, just away from all the problems. And I stopped by this yard sale, and I found a Madame Alexander doll for $3. I was like, woohoo! Anyway, so this is the doll I found. and I was tickled to death. I don't know if she is the original or a reproduction. I'm not really sure. There's no date on it. So, being a reproduction, you would think that there would be a date. So, there's no date. And the card here is kind of old. It looks old. So, I don't know if she's an original or not. But the colors and things, I just don't know. But anyway, I'm going to do some research on her. If she's original, she's worth some major bucks. And she's pretty mint condition. The lady had her and kept her kind of like in a box because the colors changed or something over the years. And it does have, well, I can tell she has sprayed Febreze on it because it's got a Febreze smell. But anyway, that's what I found at that yard sale. I didn't really do a bunch of major shopping, though. I didn't have really time. It was like I had maybe 10 minutes to look, and that was it. And then I had to get to the hospital. And I found this piece. It looks like it might be from India or something. But I like the fabric. It's this really pretty, like embroidered type of fabric. And I like the little design on it. And it's got like this little trim here. And it looks like it might, I mean, I don't know if it's from India or if it's a nightgown or what, or a sleep shirt, because it does have like a really high thing there. So it looks like maybe it might have been something from India. And it was in brand new looking condition. So I don't know if they traveled somewhere and she bought something from over there as a souvenir or what. But anyway, I paid $1 for it. And I got it mainly for the fabric. I had thought about wearing it as a nightgown because of the way it was, but then when I noticed how high it was, you know, I'm like, nah. And then I found this crocheted sweater, but the sweater, it's a manufacturing kind because it had a sewing label, but this label's been cut out of it, and it's not my size, really. It doesn't fit, but it's got this crocheted colors, the creams and the beige and the blues, and I'm like, I could actually use that for, you know, making some shabby chic looking flowers or something, or some crochet trim on a project. So that's what I got there. So for $5, that's what I found at that woman's yard sale. And I have a little project share real quick. I've been trying to get a blue one made, but because every time now this is terrible. Every time I get ready to do the blue one, somebody gets sick. And I can't get my blue one. Now, I want the blue one for me. But it's just I can't seem to get that blue one made. I pick it up, the phone rings. So I'm like, you know, getting a little frustrated because I wanted to make a blue one. The lavender one I was going to make for my mom. The white one I was going to make for my sister. And the blue one I was going to keep for myself. Well, I might not be able to make the blue one. Hopefully I will, but I doubt it. Anyway, these are plastic eggs that you find from your Dollar Tree. You can get them at your Dollar Tree. You can get them the drugstores. You know, this time of year you find them plastic eggs all over the place. They come in small and they come in large and medium. Well, these are like the larger eggs. These are a little bit larger in size. They're not too large. Maybe I'd say maybe a little bit larger than what the other ones are. But anyway, I glued some wetting applique on the around this part here on the top. This one I left it plain and glued the filigree embellishment that I got from Dee's store, Elegant Embellishments. And then I glued this gathered lace, came from Tina Bina, 1967 Tina Bina, and she's on Zibbit. And I glued this down, and then I put the filigree on top of that and put some pearl around this so it would make the lace or the this part full. And I cut in half a filigree piece here, glued it there. I put some stuffing on the inside and used some of that sequin fabric that I've got and put that in there. And then I took some white, some lavender pearls and glued that down. And the ballerina came from Anna. Thank you, Anna. I told you I had a project for this beautiful ballerina. And then I took filigree, another filigree, and glued that to here, that there, so it would, you know, make it look like it was open and stay still, and put the pearls around like I did before. And then I put some paper flowers back here, a little bit of bling back here, and some lace, and that's how it turned out. And I glittered, I think Anna had this glittered for me. So she had that glittered for me, sure did. But anyway, this one here is a little bit differently. I used, it was a white egg or a cream colored egg, and I used some of the applique. There was just a little bit of hem applique I had from Tina Bina's store, so I glued that on, and there was just a little applique left, and I glued this down at the bottom, so I have a bottom piece. This bottom is done with the wedding applique. And then I glued this, did the same thing with the pearl, you know, to hold it out. Put the filigree down here, glued the filigree back here, and did my little pearl around the egg here. And this I found online one time, so I glittered it with the diamond stickles, diamond colored stickles. So it's white, but when you turn it a certain way, it just sparkles. And then deep down in here, I don't know if you could see it or not, there's some of that lace, that is gathered lace, that has the rhinestone center, and I got that from Elegant Embellishments also, which is D. And this is what I did with those plastic eggs. So instead of throwing away your little plastic egg, ladies, you can make some pretty little gifts from the plastic eggs just by toying around with them. A little bit of filigree and a little bit of gathered lace and some stuffing inside here, and the little ladies glued on top. Just make the most beautiful little gifts. And you can do this year round. You don't necessarily have to be make this just for Easter, but this is my Easter project. And just want to let everybody know I do have one Christmas project, because I'm doing like a Christmas series. And I'm hoping sometime this week I'll be able to load it up, because that's I did my January Christmas project, which I showed everyone, and then I did a February Christmas project. And each month, between now and next Christmas, I want to do a Christmas project that I can put on the computer and show, you know, what you can do with the Michael's grab bag hauls. And y'all know I have a ton of that stuff for Christmas to play with, and I have actually been using some of it and having a whole lot of fun with it. It's just so much fun playing with that stuff. I mean, really, really, really fun. So, hopefully sometime this week I'll have a little time to myself. Right now, like I said, I'm still taking care of my mother. I'm getting, now, like I said, I'm going over there later on, waiting for Andy to get back from the doctor's office so I can find out what's going on with him. And then as soon as I hear from that, I'm going to be heading over to my mom's and staying with her the night and a couple of days. So if you don't hear from me or see me posting on your videos, it's not that I'm not watching or anything. It's just there's been two family emergencies this week, actually 3, but my niece handled that one, thank God. But my husband's sick right now, and we don't know what's going on. Hopefully it's something that can be treatable and nothing serious. And then my mother, her being sick, and I'm going to be honest with you, my mom's getting sick. She's getting sick on me. I don't know what's going on. The doctors don't even know what's going on with her. She has had urinary tract infection, one right after another. And they have had her on 2 months of antibiotics. And she'll get it's like she gets well, and then all of a sudden, boom, she's having another UTI. And she's got a very high blood pressure, and she's been retaining a lot of fluid. So they got her on furosemide now. And she did at one time have a surgery. She had a knee replacement surgery a while back ago. It was a couple years back, and she went into kidney failure, and she had before she had surgery, she had a UTI, and they gave her the medicine, for that, And the next morning, before the surgery, she was talking about how hyper she was, and she got out of the surgery, and her blood pressure spiked up super high, and the next thing we know, her creatinine levels just started climbing. And they got to a 5.5 or something like that, almost to the point where they were getting ready to hook her up to a dialysis. And then they don't hook you up to dialysis until it gets to a certain level, and then once it gets to a certain level, that's when they will hook you up to the dialysis. They try to give you a chance for your kidneys to start working again, and if they don't start working again, then they know they have no choice but to put you on dialysis. And my mother's already done told me she's got a living will, and she's already let me know that if her kidneys do fail, she does not want to be put on dialysis. She doesn't want anything like that to be done to her, and I'm seeing her getting sicker and sicker, and it's got me really worried. It really does. It's got me worried. I don't think my mom's going to be around too much longer, and it has me petrified. And I'm hoping that I'm wrong. I'm hoping that she'll hang around, because nobody wants to lose their parents. But I don't want to see her suffer either. And if I've got to watch her suffer, then I'd rather her go now. And you know, go peacefully and not suffer than to sit there and be sick, and then finally she just, you know, gives up and has to. I don't know if I can handle it. I saw my dad. He passed away in my arms when he got sick, and he had a brain tumor, and it was a horrible death. I mean, it was so horrible that I had a time. I really did. I had a time dealing with his death. I was devastated when he passed away. I mean, it just blew me away, and it took me a very long time to get over his death. I mean, I mourned for more than a couple years over his death, and I pray every day that I don't see my mother putting me through that, or her going through that. So I just, you know, I hope and pray that she. I don't know if I can handle another parent dying on me. I'm hoping that if she goes, I'm not there to see it, because me seeing my dad really messed me up so bad. It was no joke. So I just, like I said, I see her getting sicker and sicker, and I'm seeing something going on with her. And if I do disappear on YouTube and y'all don't see me, and it's like all of a sudden I'm there and then I'm not there anymore, then you know that I'm over my mom's house taking care of her. She doesn't have a computer, and I don't have a laptop, so if that's the case, and I know that I'm going to have to stay with her, then I will have the computer moved over to her house and be hooked up. It probably won't be able to hook up to wireless, so I'll have to hook up to just a regular telephone line, because she's not the kind where she wants wireless. But if she's that sick, she might not even know the difference anyway. But I mean, I'll pay the bill, don't get me wrong. I mean, I would pay her the bill, because it would be my bill and not hers. But I may end up having to move in with her for a while. It's looking that way. It really is. It's starting to look that way. It's going to come. It's going to come. I just don't know when. I'm hoping that she straightens up between now and the next few days. If she doesn't, then I'm going to have to make arrangements to be staying with her on a permanent basis. And I really don't want to do that, but she doesn't want to go into a nursing home, and I don't want to see her going into a nursing home either. And if I can stay there and hire somebody to help me take care of her, then that's what we're going to try to do. Well, I hope everyone has a very nice day. I will talk to you guys later. Just say some prayers for me, and I'll try to post another video when I get a chance. You know, I'm doing the best I can, but I did watch a few videos this morning, but I don't have any time for commenting. So just letting you know, that's why I've been missing. And I love you guys. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.